Hey, hello guys, and I want to welcome you back with another video. Right now you won't be able to hear the background real quick because I muted it so I can say something. The audio in this game unfortunately was really bad because I didn't realize that I had my okay, so my input was set up for my computer's built-in speaker, or not speaker, microphone, right? And instead of using my headset, I was using the computer's built-in one, which isn't really good. And it picked up the fan noise behind me, it picked up my controller clicking, it picked up basically all of the environment sounds happening around me. It's not too annoying, but it might be somewhat annoying. So I will try to minimize the volume as much as possible such that that's not the case. As you can see here, we're having some gameplay. In this game, I am flying the Swedish premium Piramski. I can't pronounce that, but you guys should know what I'm talking about. And I am also flying with my buddy Gunny, aka NMB. You guys will see him here in the game shortly. He's in my squad, so he should be the green guy. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of formation flights in this battle, and at the same time we're gonna be neutralizing a lot of enemies. I will be cutting out a lot of clips from the game, and the reason I will be doing that is partly because of the fact that for a big part of the game there was very little action, and it was like 2 or 3 hours long, so I didn't want to put you guys through that much time with just him and I formation flying. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take considerably large clips where we are formation flying, and I'm going to put them together so that you guys can see what we're doing. And maybe I'll mute the radio chat for some time so I can explain to you exactly how to keep the formation. It requires some practice and all, but yeah, it's I think it's very interesting. It's very I think we flew beautifully, actually. And with that said, I will leave you guys with the video. Right here, he's, if I am correct, right here, he is attacking a plane, and there was a P-61 involved. I believe you can see the P-61 on the top left right there, approaching on the right side. He's flying left to right. Not sure if that's him, but you guys will see in a second. So you can see right there that NMB killed one of the targets, and the P-61's right there. And we're gonna engage the P-61. There he is. I'm gonna take a few shots at him. You guys can see that right here in a second. Remember, the audio is not going to be the best quality. I'm going to try to fix that as much as I can. And yeah, with that said, enjoy.
Oh. Oh, beautiful. I saw that.
That's
nice.
Boy, that was nice.
Man, high altitude flying in fucking crop. This is the first.
Yeah, love it.
You guys saw one of my 6? Oh, cancel. It was just
okay.
just 3.
Okay.
Maybe some maybe some of our boys are really not.
I don't know. I didn't see anything in my kill feed. Pretty fast here. It's kind of risky. I'm exceeding my speed limit. You know, actually, let me tell you, this 40 is actually more than enough to kill plenty of these things. 40 rounds. I need to... Yeah, I want your help over here because if I get attacked by anything, then...
Where's the location?
Right here. Alright, son. Judgment. Alright, fuck it, top of the trigger. I don't want to get killed by the fucking... Okay. I guess I'll do the top of the trigger here. Alright, guys. Here goes. Oh. Who's shooting at him? Fuck that. Nope.
Okay. Well,
Alright, there we go. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I do. Oh, wow. I have my crosshairs off, so I think my crosshairs off have things that are turning, but when they're flying directly ahead of me straight, doesn't really help me aim.
So in a second here, you're gonna notice how looking behind you frequently saves your life. This is actually one of the instances in the game where a enemy plane, an actual player, targeted me from behind. Here he goes.
Oh, behind me!
I want you to take note on how I evade him. He's behind me. I'm gonna evade him by going up into a spiral. Either a spiral or a negative, I'm sorry, not negative, either a spiral or a diagonal turn. Never turn straight to the side or straight up. That's what a lot of people do. It makes it incredibly easy for you to get hit in Simulator. In fact, whenever I'm chasing somebody, like this guy, I'm always praying that they turn either horizontally or vertically. Right now he did kind of a good job because he did a slight diagonal there, but if you just increase that diagonal a little bit more, it'll improve your chances of hitting your target quite a lot. Here I'm going to form up with Gunny, I believe. This is the first time I'm watching this clip in a while, so I can't remember exactly what happens, but I'm going to form up on him here. And basically, the way that I keep the formation is I tell him, hey, I need you to keep your power at a steady percentage, maybe 90%, 80%, somewhere in between that range. And I manipulate my power to fit the needs in order to keep up with him. So this is not the best, this right here is not the best formation. And here I'm trying to show off. But this is not really the best formation here, but later on you guys are going to see some pretty great fingertip formations. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys with the video, and I'll make another commentary soon.
He's not there anymore.
he just dropped his payload.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Let's go check out the area anyway.
Oh, that's a crashed aircraft right there.
And it is
Nothing.
nothing. Actually, I think I saw a tank. Roll back the video and confirm that I saw a tank. Those on YouTube. I don't think there's anything here.
I see two bogies who are outside.
Alright. You go. Following.
She starts landing now. Yeah, they just totally off.
In order to form up effectively with any plane, you need to focus directly on a point very close to this area I'm marking, or I'm about to mark right now to the arrow, on a plane. The same area, on average, you want to focus on that area right there to form up with them. Either that, or the area between the wingtip and the tail. That's where you want to focus you want to like put a point in that area in order to be able to form up effectively there.
The one farthest to the right, like a thick boy. Well, now he's closest to us now.
Yeah. 59 rounds, so I won't be able to take out the thick boys, you know what I mean?
I have full armors.
Yeah. I can definitely use my 50s though. I'm gonna fuck them up really good.
I think it's a B-21.
Yeah. Oh, that's friendly.
Good.
Holy shit.
The other one has to be enemy then. Oh, shit!
You're good, you're good.
The key to formation flying is actually quite simple. It just requires a lot of practice to master. So there are a few things that you need to keep in mind when you're flying in formation. Number one, you need to have a leader that knows what he's doing, whether it's premeditated or not. Number two, you need to make sure that the leader is aware of where you are, and he needs to explicitly call out when he's turning either left or right. This mostly applies if you're like a beginner for formation flying or anything like that. Once you're more experienced with it, you learn to keep your eyes on your leader, and you learn to match his movements exactly. I don't know any other way to explain it. It just kind of comes naturally. It's all about coordination. If you know the person you're flying with, you are more likely to learn how to do this in a more effective way and quicker. Like I said, right now this is not exactly the most closest formation because we're assessing the battlefield. We're trying to move quickly, so we're keeping it close, but we're not overkilling it. We will get pretty close here. Like right now, I believe I'm about to get wingtip to wingtip with him because there's really not much going on. But anyways, so first thing, a leader that's aware. Second thing, he needs to know where you are, so you need to ensure that you tell him, hey, I'm taking your left or your right, and he needs to ensure that he makes smooth movements, nothing abrupt. So in other words, best way to learn to formation fly is honestly to be a leader for a while. Once you know how to be a leader, then you can learn how to follow. I think that's the most effective way of doing it. That's how a lot of people learn. That's how he learned. He can also formation fly. The third thing is, if you're having teammates, right here we're separating a little bit because I told him I'm going to line up behind him to line up the shot because there was a guy here, but he lost sight of him. I can't focus. Okay, the third thing you need to keep in mind is you as the person following the leader. Right now, that would be me in this video, right? I cannot focus on the battlefield. If I had a track IR right now, which I do have one, but I'm not using it. If I had track IR, I could do it a little bit more effectively, but I'm not using track IR, I'm using a controller. Typically, it's best to just focus on the leader, at least in my opinion, and that's what I was doing. I was focusing directly on his plane. My eyes are pinned on his plane. He's in charge of following the targets, identifying the targets, assessing the battlefield, and checking our tails. In order to keep the formation safe, close, and pretty, I guess, you have to follow that criteria. You have to focus on him, and you have to pay minimal attention, or maybe not minimal, but little attention to the outside world. You kind of are just focusing on the leader when you're that close. Right now, it wouldn't be such a big deal because we're not as close. Right now in the game, I'm basically telling him that, oh, nice, you lost the target. I'm basically making fun of him at this point because he lost the target. But that's something that happens to a lot of people. It happens to me too. So it's not a big deal. Right now, I'm going to join up on him again. I already told him to correct his power, and there he goes. Joined up formation. It's all about communication and knowing the other person.
Oh, now me, excuse you. Ask YouTube to excuse you, you disgusting pig.
Hey, what are you doing this right now?
Alright, let's just keep it going.
One of the reasons that this is such an effective, in my opinion, is such an effective form of engagement into the battlefield is because when you have when you have two guys formation flying, there's a lot of things you can do to get the enemy off your tail. When you have an enemy off your tail, regardless of his flight capabilities, regardless of whether he's a zero or not, you should be able to take him down very effectively. All you really need to do is break off, confuse him. He won't. Most of the time when we do this, they don't know who to follow. Usually they kind of just end up flying in the, like, between the two of us. They don't actually follow one of us a lot of the time. And when they do follow one of us, all the person in front has to do is just set the guy behind him for a bait. That's all you have to do. Set him up for a bait, and your teammate can come back in and swoop in the kill. If you're in a hurry, you can do if it's an emergency, you can do this more effectively by turning on your smoke signal so that your buddy can more easily identify you. And my recommendation is for you to put some sort of obnoxious color on your plane so that it's easier to see. Something like purple or red or something. Not white or green. I don't even know if they have green, but yeah. Or blue, because it can camouflage, you know, with the sky. So something very obnoxious to make yourself more visible. Right here, we actually had a target on our 6, and we broke off. And we'll see the results of that. Yep. So he broke one way, I broke the other way, and he just flew in between us. Right now he has a tail gunner. I didn't think he was one of those guys. I don't. A TBF. I didn't think he was a TBF. I thought he was like an F4 or something. He looked like a Corsair. At least he looked like that to me when I first saw him. But that's what happens most of the time. What he just did there, they fly in between. He's the one checking our tail, so he's the one that saw him, I think. And yeah, did he see him or did I see him? I can't remember now. But that's one of the reasons that this is so effective, and another reason that it's effective is for engaging bombers. Engaging bombers in formations is actually more effective than a lot of people might think, because one of the things we do is we fly formations, wingtip to wingtip, side by side, and what he's going to do is he's going to target the left wingtip of the bomber, and I'm going to target the right wingtip of the bomber. Most of the time, you're not actually going to hit the wingtips, you're going to hit some surrounding area of the bomber. It's very effective, and we have proven it to be effective because we have actually taken out many bombers in just a few bursts, just by having two planes simultaneously shoot the bombers. They either get set on fire, or they straight up just get blown up, or a wing sliced off or something. It's not the same thing to have one plane shooting at a bomber than having two planes shooting at a bomber. So think about that one. And to add a little bit more detail to that, another reason it's very effective is because it can actually make it more difficult for the bomber to hit you, because once the bomber starts shooting, all the two planes have to do is divert. You don't even need to do a formal breakoff. All you need to do is divert from the target, and the bomber will track one of the two planes. All you have to do at that point is play bait. When the bomber is shooting one of the planes, simply the other plane can go in and take a bite off, and so. It's a very effective form of attack.
I'm on 0.
Yep. Set flaps on my command. Flaps for combat.
Combat down.
Flaps before takeoff.
Take off down.
Landing gear.
You're going down.
Flaps for landing.
Landing down.
Nicely done. Just sitting there. In front of us in top, do you see? In front of us in top,
Through below
In
us.
front of us and top. In front of us and top.
After that.
Fuck! Hostile! Hostile! Behind us too, behind us too. Break this shit off. We got multiple targets in here. I don't know if they're bots. They don't seem like bots. Okay, this is my speed. You got my location? Right here.
Alright, I'm right.
Shit, I got one. About to hit me. Oh, shit. Okay.
Did you pull straight up?
Yeah, I did. Fuck this thing. I'm gonna hit one of them. Son of a bitch.
Coming out to the secondary.
Shit, yeah, I see you down there. Take secondary. Let's pull that. Crosshairs up.
I'm on secondary. I think these are bots.
Yeah, bots. Definitely don't want any others coming in here though. See, like, this thing's just come out of nowhere, like, that line. Okay, I see you.
I'm not used to bots.
Neither am I, I'll be honest with you. Did I just kill that? Oh, no, that was you. Are you, on one negatives?
That's wrong.
Okay. I'll leave it to you. I'm checking your 6.
Okay, quick thing I gotta say here before this video continues. This section, for some time, a couple of minutes, a few minutes, I'm gonna have to keep it muted. I'm gonna keep talking over here, but the game itself will be muted because, as I said in the beginning, I didn't realize that my computer was actually picking my voice from the built-in setup in the computer. By the way, we're attacking some people right now, as you can see. Anyways, I didn't realize that it was capturing my voice from the speaker on the computer and not my headset. And I was actually on a phone call during this game, so with my girlfriend, so you would literally be able to hear the entire conversation, and that would be appropriate. So anyways, so I'm gonna voice over here. Basically, we have a couple of guys. They're pretty good pilots, as far as I believe. You will see them on the when I pull up the scoreboard. If you guys are interested in seeing who they are, I believe the name of the clan or the tag is AFCH. I think, I can't exactly remember. Please don't quote me on that. See it for yourself when I pull up the scoreboard here. They're pretty good pilots. I actually got shot down once or twice by them. You guys are gonna see that happening. I'm not sure if that was one of them. No, I don't think that was one of them. Yeah, you can see their tags right there. Yeah, they're pretty good. It was fun to fight them, especially with my teammate here, Gunny. You guys will see an interesting interaction here. So right now, my cannons are out. I need to get ammunition. I think right now I'm going to land, so I'm gonna skip this part. So first thing after I took off, my goal here is to meet up with my squad mate here as soon as I can, so that we can help each other out, because there are 4 of them. There are 4 of these guys, so they can definitely they can outnumber us. They can overpower us at this point. We can definitely handle 4 people, but it's not a very likely thing to happen when they are coordinated. Like, I assume these guys were coordinating, so yeah, it probably would be a bit more difficult. And right here, me and Gunny are providing some support for these guys from our team here as soon as we can. So we're engaging one of these guys. We'll see what happens here in a minute. I believe this is the part where I kind of get hit from behind, but I don't get killed right off the bat. You guys will see how that goes about. So that's a Spitfire. That's one of them, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's one of them. You guys can identify them by simply looking at the tag. They flew very well in here. They were definitely a major problem for us. They were the main concern that we had throughout the rest of this game. Actually, I don't think they lasted throughout the entire... I think they did actually. We'll have to see. I can't remember exactly now. But we basically have this one on the run. He's not going to get too far. And that's it. Was he one of them? No, he wasn't one of them. And then there was this other guy, I think. Oh, wait, is that the same one? Yep, that was... You see, guys, I can't tell because I'm actually recording my voiceover right now in the editor. And the actual screen where I'm seeing the fight happening, it's actually pretty small. So I can't really read the names. I can make out if they have a tag next to them, but I can't actually like read the names. But let's see. So I'm continuing to look for them, and I see that over there. I'm not sure what that is. So looking a few seconds ahead in the video, that action was nothing, so I'm gonna cut it out. And there you go. We have a little fight going on here. And that's actually one of the enemies right there. So, wait, not that one on smoke. That one right there is. So, so we're going to try to eliminate. I believe this guy was actually part of the squad. I can't remember exactly. I think he was. Pretty sure he was. And there you go. I got hit from behind. The person that hit me from behind, I believe, was Johnson, I think. If I remember correctly, I think that was Johnson. I should have broken off from this guy and let my teammate, Gunny, help me. Or, you know, clean it up for me. But, as I said, I was in a phone call. And I was quite distracted, so I wasn't exactly thinking straight. So I just stuck to this guy until I got him. I'm doing pretty bad right now with my aim. There he goes. That was one of them. And then there's the other one behind me. He's the one that hit me initially. So I'm going to fight him here. But let's see what happens. So I'm able to manage him pretty well. I'm able to reverse it. Actually, I think I actually killed this guy. I don't think that was him. Never mind. I can't remember now. I'm sorry, guys. But I reversed the fight to him there, so that was interesting. Whoever that is. He has a whole team behind him now. That's kind of funny. Look behind me and there's like 4 planes. So right there I overshot, so I am going to go for a high yo-yo and come back down on him. He's going to go for Gunny. And that's going to be the end of him right here. There, that must have been a hit right there with something. I'm not really controlling my speed too much right now. I'm trying to keep my energy as high as possible, and the reason for that is because we simply just have too many people that we have to worry about. And on top of that, I was in a phone call, so I was very distracted. But he's doing really well. In general, and that's the end of him there. He had way too many people on him. It would have been a much more interesting fight had it been just him and I. I can't really tell what the outcome of that would have been, but definitely would have been interesting. He turned it off. This guy should play the lottery. He's very lucky at this point. And I believe he was crashing there. He's not gonna make that. There's no way. But in a few seconds here, the other ones from his team are going to join us. Yep, that was one of them right there. don't really know what I'm doing right now, so I'm gonna skip this until something else interesting happens, I think. Oh, actually, I think I'm trying to head back to base, because if you look up here, I have no ammo left. On the top left, I have no ammunition. I wasted everything I had, so I'm gonna skip this part real quick. So, right about here, there's a couple of guys here. I don't think they're really related to the clan I was talking about. You can see I killed one already. 2 XP38s that were attacking the attackers, so I kind of just got behind them and picked them off really easily there. I actually killed that one with my 50 calibers, so that was quite nice. So right around here, I'm gonna engage that guy, and I know he's a hostile because, well, he's British. He's a Brit. He's a Spitfire. So right there, boom, that guy right there. I'm pretty sure that was Johnson. He's the one that's going to end up killing me in a couple minutes here. In the meantime, I'm trying to get the other guy, but I think I actually end up letting go of the Spitfire because I realized this guy was behind me and he's getting gunned to me pretty good. He got most of my elevator at this point. I kept it behind the Spitfire for way too long, and I'm trying to fight. So right there, he's distancing, or he made a loop. So he's slow. He's falling back. So I say, okay, I'm losing speed. He's gonna catch me, so I might as well turn. And I'm doing a diagonal turn, so he's not gonna hit me like that. And right here, he might get gunned to me again. I can't remember. He gets very close. He doesn't actually get them on me. I actually tried to head back to base. I end up flat spinning. I think I save it. Yeah, I saved it, but that flat spin actually screwed me over. My wing is damaged, so it was pretty hard to fight at this point. There he comes again. So I'm gonna turn back around. This time I'm doing a horizontal turn. It's kind of a mistake. Very easy target to hit me there, and he ends up getting the kill for that. So that was good. That was a good fight. I think I could have handled it a little bit differently. Instead of sticking to the Spitfire for so long, I could have broken off the second that I saw that F6 coming for me, because, well, I wasn't exactly alone. I had teammates. I could have called for help, broken off, evaded, and that would have yielded much better results there. Maybe I would have still gotten killed, or maybe not. But regardless of the fact, he definitely put up a good fight, and he took me down fair and square. So that was good. That was very good. So I'm gonna take off again, and I'm gonna try to take them out as soon as I can, because they are in our area. They're not exactly spawn camping us, at least not that I can see. So they're eliminating our team here, and they're definitely a big threat. They're the biggest threat right now, so I'm gonna Gunny and I are going to try to assess the situation as soon as we can. So I'm checking my back very frequently. And I'm sorry guys, I unfortunately still can't put the mic up because we're still, there's still a phone call going on, so I have to keep talking over. And I'm talking about the actual in-game voice recording. You would be able to hear Gunny, but you'd also be able to hear the phone call. So I find this guy, and I'm gonna take him out as soon as I can. I can't remember. I believe that was Johnson. Yeah, that was. I think that was him. He just got that kill. Yep, that's him. He was busy. I kind of took advantage of that fact. And at the same time, there's a lot of them, so I can't really wait for it to be fair, because there is a lot of them and they can easily come in and help him. So I'm gonna take him down ASAP. I'm not really worried about revenge or anything. And then there's this other guy. I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he's focusing on killing somebody else, but I pretty much destroyed his plane. He's not gonna make that either. He's gonna crash over there. So I think I set the or wait, Was that the same guy? I'm sorry, I don't even know what the heck is going on in the video. Yeah, he's gonna end up crashing, and I think, and then I get this guy. That was an easy kill right there, because he was fighting with Gunny, and I just came in and took him out, took his elevator out, and then there's Johnson, the kill for that one. I damaged Johnson just enough so that he would not be able to fly. He crashed. Both situations, Johnson and his friend, I basically swoop in while they were busy. I took advantage of the situation, but like I said, there's many of them. I don't know where they are exactly, so I'm gonna take them out as soon as I can, regardless of what they're doing. Because one, they're in our area. They're not spawn camping, but they're in our area. They pose a definitely large threat to our team. We're about to win, and I definitely want to get this to be a victory because that's gonna be a massive research point earning for me. And so far, I don't even know how many kills I have right now. I have a bunch of kills by now. I have like 16 or 17 kills, I think. So that's gonna be a big earning for me, and you guys are gonna see how much I earn at the end. So we killed those two guys. So somebody's walking the airfield. We killed those two guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and land. I'm gonna rearm, get my ammo back, and go right back up and continue fighting. There isn't actually much left in this battle. I don't know if there is anything left actually. Actually, I think that's pretty much it. I think this is it actually. Yeah. This is the last time that we actually take off, but the game ends pretty soon after that. So I'm just gonna show you guys the earnings. For those of you that are seeing my video for the first times, my channel, you guys are gonna see that I made a massive, absolutely massive research point gain. I want to make it very clear that the reason that it was so large is for a couple of reasons actually. One, I have premium account. Two, I have a premium plane. Three, I have several kills, 20 something kills. I can't see from here because the little screen is small. And on top of that, it was a victory and it lasted 3 hours. So a lot of stuff there to keep into account. The highest amount of research points that I've earned was 450,000. I'm sorry, 405,000 research points, and I had a 500% booster. So that was, and it was only, the game was only an hour and like 40 minutes long. So I basically researched more than half of the entire tech tree in one game. But that was a very rare occasion. But yeah, that was the end of that one. I really hope you guys enjoyed the way that I made that video. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like the editing. I'm so sorry about the screwed up mic communications because of my input being misplaced. Yeah, let me know if you guys like this. Remember, I don't typically edit my videos. This was kind of a rare occasion because the video was so long and we had so many good clips that I wanted to include. So I didn't want to make you guys sit there for 3 or 2 hours or something watching this whole thing. So I'm glad I took a lot of stuff out. I'm gonna try to make a new controller setup video for PS4 and Xbox controller, and also joysticks and track IR and stuff. But please give me some time. I'm busy for a couple of weeks, so I really can't play much. So when I do get a chance to play, I want to make the most out of it, like now. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Let me know if you like this tutorial, because remember, this was kind of like a tutorial, like halfway through it, because formation flies and stuff. Let me know if you like that. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Well, my tongue just flipped out over there. All right, stay safe, and God bless all of you.